This time, we will talk about the world of Chinese politics. But before that, there is still some unverified information. If this is true, it suggests that China's public security situation has reached a very dangerous level. I would first like to talk about this matter. Please take a look at this. This is part of the information currently circulating in Chinese. There is a place called Guizhou City in Liaoning Province. Guizhou City is an administrative district. There are reports that the vice mayor of this region has been murdered. Moreover, it is said that not only the individual but the entire family was massacred. According to some sources, all 6 family members lost their lives. Even as a murder case, this is already a serious incident. However, if a vice mayor of a Chinese city-level region has been killed, this is unprecedented. In the past, there have been cases in China where lower-level Communist Party officials in small towns were murdered, or their entire families were targeted, but this case is entirely different in scale. If this is true, it means that even high-ranking officials within the massive organization of the Chinese Communist Party are being targeted by someone. I remain skeptical about this information. The name has not yet been disclosed, but there is speculation that the vice mayor of Guizhou City might have been involved in public security work. Efforts are currently being made to verify the authenticity of this information. Incidentally, like many other cities, Guizhou City has multiple vice mayors, each responsible for different roles. An article from December 2023 lists the profiles of the mayor and vice mayors, and indeed, there is a vice mayor in charge of public security. If someone was killed, it is likely this vice mayor. More information about this individual may emerge, revealing the truth behind the rumor that the vice mayor and their family were murdered. If this is true, it would mean a high-ranking Communist Party official has been killed. The incident itself may be covered up, but the absence of this high-ranking figure at important meetings would raise questions. Once new information emerges, I will share it with you all. Now, let's move on to today's main topic. Let's start with an old story. In October 2011, 13 Chinese citizens were killed along the Mekong River. This incident caused a huge uproar in China at the time and was widely reported in the mainstream media. Some of you in Japan may remember this incident. A television drama and a movie based on this incident were produced, so some of you may have learned about it later. This incident was caused by an armed drug trafficking group in Myanmar. The group's leader was later captured in Laos and extradited to China. He and other members were sentenced to death in China. Although the organization was not completely dismantled by this incident, its leadership was wiped out. It is said that this leader was once a subordinate of Hun Sen, who controlled the Golden Triangle region. Hun Sen later surrendered to the Myanmar government and retired, but the remnants of his organization continued the drug trade. The leader executed in China was 42 years old at the time and is referred to as Nuka in Japanese documents and Nuoka in Chinese. Turning to more recent events, the man who led the investigation into the Mekong River murders on the Chinese side was Long Yao, the director of the Narcotics Control Bureau of China's Ministry of Public Security at the time. He was responsible for forming a special team to investigate the case. Long Yao became somewhat famous in China as the person who led the investigation, and his character was reportedly depicted in the TV drama and movie based on the incident. However, recently, he has attracted attention for another reason. At the beginning of September, it was reported that he was arrested. The exact charges have not been disclosed, but it is suspected that he was involved in serious disciplinary violations, particularly accepting bribes. However, what has drawn the most attention is the claim that he was illegally in possession of classified documents, especially those related to Uyghur detention camps. At the time of his arrest, Long Yao had been transferred from the Narcotics Department to the Counterterrorism Department and held a high-ranking position as a vice minister of the Ministry of Public Security. China regards Uyghur independence activists as terrorists, and Long Yao likely had access to a great deal of information regarding the party's actions in Xinjiang. Some speculate that his arrest was motivated by fears that classified information might leak to foreign intelligence agencies, particularly the United States, which is concerned about Uyghur human rights issues. Some commentators believe that the Xi Jinping administration is particularly wary of classified information about the Uyghur camps falling into the hands of foreign governments, especially the US, and that this fear may have led to Long Yao's arrest. Whether this is true or not, it is clear that the current administration is extremely fearful of internal leaks. What do you think? That's all for today. See you again in the next video.